Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. We had Deku. We also had Charlie. Now, Charlie and Deku, these two are very good friends. They hang out a lot and they shoot the shit. They are attached at the hip, and they've been that way for a long time. Mr. Weaver took Deku in after his parents died, whenever he was 16. And in that amount of time, Deku and Charlie have gotten closer. They fight together, they party together, and they're always around each other. And Deku, he was able to get Jessie's number. He also made out with her after the two ran from a situation with a few punks. Now, Charlie, yeah, she's happy for her best friend. However, she was also hanging out with Ron, and that does say quite a bit. Her and Ron, they know each other pretty well. I mean, yeah, Ron and Jessie, they used to date, so that's a thing, but they're still good friends about it. Or good sports? It's sort of confusing. Anyways, now, we do actually pick up with Deku. Deku, he is sitting at a table with Mr. Weaver. Today is his 18th birthday. And Mr. Weaver, he's been waiting for today for a while. A lot happened with the case around his parents. A lot happened with deciding what was going on there. The villain, yeah, he was put in jail. And that guy, he may never see the light of day again. But there's also something else that came from this. The life insurance payout. Deku's father had a pretty good policy. And Mr. Weaver, he was the guardian for Deku, and he was told about it. Deku, however, wasn't. Mr. Weaver thought that Deku would be irresponsible with his money, so he wanted to wait until he was more mature. But apparently that may not have worked. However, Mr. Weaver today tells Deku all about the money. And Deku, he sits there kind of confused, more alarmed and shocked. I mean, with this amount of money, he could buy a house, a new car, and no, if he saves this money, then I mean, just 2 years of it built quite a Jesus. The account. Now, Mr. Weaver does see it on Deku's face. He's definitely surprised by the money. He's taken aback. I mean, not 1 cent of it was spent, and it's been sitting in the account for a while. So it's definitely hefty. Now, Deku just stare at all the numbers. And the first number, it starts with a 6, and then it's followed by 5 others. Now, Deku, he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. I mean, he can move back to Japan and live there for a minute. I mean, see how things are growing up and, well, how things are different from whenever he was there as a kid, but there's also here in America. I mean, he definitely needs to think about all this. Now, Mr. Weaver does start to talk about it. He wanted to talk to him today personally about all that. I'm just shocked is all. I didn't know they left you anything. Yeah, yeah, that's a good word for it. I know. I was still shocked that it happened. Then again, boy, you're a man now. So, you're free to make your own decisions. Are you kicking me out? No, Izuku. That's not it. I'm saying you got plenty of money. You got an opportunity, and if you work well and work hard, you may live comfortably for a good while. At least until some bullshit happens and you have to spend it. So save it for accidents or something. Buy yourself something nice once. Then that's it. Really? I mean, I'm just surprised. It's over 600. I don't want to hear the number. What do you mean? Izuku, my whole life, I've worked for what I wanted. I've built what I wanted. I've done quite a bit. Money, yeah, it could be a little bit of a problem sometimes. We've gotten by and we've gotten out of our problem. I paid off my debts and I've gotten things solved. My business is running fine and things are right. So, don't tell me the money. Don't tell me the amount. But, I'm curious. What's the first thing you plan to buy? Honestly, I. Honestly, I think the first thing I'll buy is a drink. Nice try, kid. Can't do that. Best I can do is offer you one for free. See, I might take that offer. Now, Mr. Weaver would go to pour Deku a glass, whenever he got up and got himself one. And after the man set it back down, he looked over at Deku. And Deku was still trying to figure this all out. I mean, holy fuck. He's rich. No. Comfortable rich? Or, no. I mean, yeah, it's the most money he's ever fucking seen, but he's. He's comfortable, I guess. Right? Now, Mr. Weaver can see it on Deku's face. He's not sure what to do. He's confused, concerned. Right. Sure, the boy would be that way. Now, Mr. Weaver will go to tell Deku quite plainly. He might want to hide that money. He might not want to publicly spend it a lot, be flashy with it. He knows how Izuku and Charlie are. I mean, he was a teenager once too. But hey, just be careful with it. And remember, sometimes if you're throwing your money around, people don't want to be your friend. They just want you to use your money. Now, Mr. Weaver, he doesn't stand up, expressing. He's got to go into the shop. He remembers there was a problem with this one fucking car. Now, the man is going to walk away. And Deku, he still just sit there. Kind of surprised. Now, there is actually Charlie. Charlie went out with Ron. And Ron, yeah. The guy's kinda an asshole. I mean, he's tough, he's cool, I mean, they do fun shit, but the guy is just sort of, what's the right word? That being what she does think. She, right now, isn't too sure. I mean, Ron's sort of pushy, I guess? No, I mean, he wants a certain thing, but what is it? Fuck, why is he being so evasive about it, too? Just fucking talk to her. That being on her mind. And there is actually Deku. Deku starts to do a few things. I mean, he looks in his account, he tries to figure a few things out, he pays people back money he owes them, and then he tries to at least think about the first thing he really wants to purchase. And it does come to his mind, almost as if he just remembered it. He remembers this one dream. He wanted to get a bike. He wanted to get a rocket with wheels and ride it until those wheels turned to just a liquid. He wanted to ride a fast bike. And he does at least somewhat smile. Today's his 18th birthday. He'll celebrate it good. For his parents. Now, there actually is Charlie. Charlie does come back later. And she is a bit annoyed about the errand she had to run. But I mean, hey, it wasn't all that bad. Now, Deku, he currently does go out to find something. And there actually is Charlie. Charlie, yeah. She is a bit more concerned. I mean, her best friend, today's his birthday, and what are they gonna do? It's definitely something. Now, Deku, he headed out. He has a few ideas, and Charlie, she actually does get to see her friend later. As Deku, he kinda looked to be in a bit of a better mood. And Charlie, she was a bit more happy. I mean, concerned, worried. He looked to be okay, but uh that smile though, it's kind of unnatural on his face. Hmm. Then again, it might just be because she's not used to seeing him smile. Now, Deku, him and Charlie, they hang out a bit. They went out to lunch. Deku, he talked to Jess, and there was even where Ron, he was talking about it. Well, the four, they were all there. He wants to know what Deku wants to do. I mean, there's a ton of shit they can do. Head out and party. I mean, he knows this one abandoned place that's pretty good to hang out at. And hey, he was able to score a little something cool from a friend of his. So if they all want to go out there and hang out, they can. Now, Deku, he does hear about it from Ron. And Ron, yeah, he's a bit crazy in Deku's eyes. Ron always has something up his sleeve, always has something to do. He always wants to make plans, be the leader, but he's not. I mean, honestly, the guy's just kind of annoying. Now, Jesse does get to get up, and there is where Deku he does a turn and at least start to talk to Charlie, trying to express to her about what he's been doing recently. And Charlie, she's actually a bit more surprised. Deku's talking about getting a motorcycle license, and huh, that's kind of cool. Now, Charlie at least talks about it. Him getting a motorcycle? Yeah, good job. He doesn't really have a lot of money saved up, if she remembers correctly. And Deku, he does not smile at Charlie. And there actually is Ron. Ron, he himself, after a second, does get to get up himself. And he does get to walk away. And Deku does start to talk to Charlie. I mean, he kind of doesn't want to, but it's Charlie. Okay, fuck. Okay, fine, Charlie. Don't tell anyone, but my parents left me something. They did? Yeah, they left me some money, and I'm gonna buy a motorcycle with it. Really? That's cool. Yeah, yeah. Do you know which one you're buying? Honestly, no. I kind of saw the coolest one on the lot and picked it. I forgot the name of it, but oh my God, you'll see it whenever I bring it home. That's awesome. So, you gonna let me ride it first? Don't know about that. I think I'm gonna be the first one to ride it. I can take you for a spin though, if you want. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Besides, I mean, I do really want to ride it, but if it looks all crappy though, I'm not too sure. Yeah, crappy. We have similar taste, idiot. If you think it's shitty, I think it's shitty. Yeah, but then again, I do remember that one car you liked. Okay, that one was a shitbox. You know it. I just thought it looked funny. Sure you did. Charlie. What? Uh, where? They've been gone for a second, haven't they? Yeah. I think Jess stepped outside, and I think Ron's in the bathroom. Huh. Right. Alright. Anyways, uh, who is gonna pay today? I think it's Jess's turn. I covered it last time, and the time before that it was you, right? Yeah, yeah. So, exactly how have things been going with him though? Eh, he's okay, I guess. He's kind of an ass though, but in a good way. Varies, I guess. Though he doesn't want me to stop wearing my jacket. Why? I have no idea. He just thinks it looks Crappy. Isn't that your dad's old jacket? No, it's my mom's. It's sentimental. Right. I kinda forget about that sometimes. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm so defensive about it. I mean, yeah, it's old, but it's still mine. It's kind of one of the only things I got left of her. Right, right. Uh, hmm. Her birthday is coming up soon. I have an idea. The goose went smiling. Him telling Rose. Right. Anyways, he'll go check on Ron. Him gonna stand up. And there actually is wherever Deku stood up, Ron does come walking out. And he does at least gonna start walking over to the table, talking about it. Yeah, hey guys, sorry. He talked to Jessie outside. She sort of has some shit going on right now and she's gonna be busy, so she's got a flake. Now, that does sound annoy both Deku and Charlie, as Ron talks about it. Yeah, he kinda has to get to work, so he's gonna be off too, but hey, he'll pay them for his meal. Just catch him later. Ron gonna at least turn and walk away. And Deku, he does look at that a bit annoyed. Him gonna bring open his wallet and put down a 50. Him expressing, he really doesn't like that guy. Izuku, come on. No, the guy's an ass. You gotta admit. Yeah, I guess, but he's not all bad. Not all bad, Charlie. Really? Yeah, I guess. Then again, though, whenever you do come up on that bike, I do want to know whenever you're gonna pull up. Alright. Now, there is actually a few days later. Deku gets all the paperwork sorted out. He gets his bike, and he gets his license. And Deku, he does come home with it. Now, there is actually Charlie. Charlie, she does walk outside and see her friend, as Deku does stand there with his new bike. And Charlie, she does somewhat stare at it with a bit more of awe. She sees it as a beautiful creature. And Deku, he does stare back at the bike. It's definitely something. I mean, hell. It's fast, it's nice, it purrs real fine. How could he not want to love this thing? Now, Charlie's just someone gonna walk over. Deku bring his foot down and bring up the kickstand, telling her, does she want to go for a ride? Because he definitely wants to go for a ride with this thing. Now, Charlie is gonna hop on, her expressing as she's gonna bring her hands up and grab onto Deku, that she definitely wants to give this thing a try. I'll teach you how to ride it first, but I can't make promises. Deku going to pull away. And there's where they do start to speed down the road. And Charlie just hold on to Deku a bit tighter. I mean, it's definitely a fast bike, and shit. Jesus. When did Deku get so muscular? That being on her mind. And Deku, he is driving. He's trying to think about what to do. And we do actually have where Deku, he starts to speed up. Him getting onto the highway. And Charlie, she actually does hold on to Deku and feel the wind. It's definitely something. Her actually watching as Deku, he goes to rev the engine and speed up more. The bike lurching forwards, ashes the clutch on Deku a bit more desperately. She's kind of surprised by that. It definitely caught her off guard. And Deku, he felt Charlie's grip tighten just suddenly. It was kind of surprising. I mean, he actually somewhat scared her, and it was kind of funny to him. Now, the two do eventually pull off the highway. And whenever the two do park somewhere, Deku, he does try to tell Charlie about what happened. Him turning and seeing her face. As she has to pull off the helmet, talking about it. You know, for somebody who took a test, he definitely needs to learn how to drive better. I mean, he was freaking her the fuck out. Didn't know you could be scared, Charlie. Come on. It was awesome. It was, but you fucking scared me with that semi-stunt. Oh, come on, it was cool. It was, jackass. Huh. Then again, though, with all the money you got, are you gonna move out? I don't know, actually. I was thinking about it. That's definitely gonna suck. Yeah, but don't worry about it. We can still definitely hang out. But, aren't you gonna work at your dad's shop? Yeah, yeah. Then again, I also want to look into this thing, but I'm not sure. Look into what? School. Huh. I didn't know you were an academic. I'm not, idiot, but I'm not, but I know a lot about cars. And I wanted to kind of learn more. So, I might do that. Not sure though, but definitely an interest. Hmm. Okay. Now, Charlie, she does at least want to talk about it a bit more. The two do kind of sit there. It's definitely something interesting. Deku has a good amount of money for a second and he'll be covered, but Charlie, she wants to go to a school. And right now, Deku, he does receive a text from Jesse. Him going to pull out his phone and look down at it. Hmm. Okay, okay. Ooh, what is it? Uh, Jesse texted me. Okay, but what is it? She wants to make plans tonight. A date? Not a date, but she wants to hang out. She talked about getting you and Ron together too. Hang on. Let me just call her. Now, Deku gonna call Jesse, and Charlie does it a watch. She watches Deku's expression somewhat go a bit more light. She watches him talk to Jesse, and he seems comfortable. Happy? Good for him. Maybe he won't fuck that up. Now, Jesse, she makes the plans. She heard about this bar that may actually have a fight club in it. And people try to keep it low key, but she definitely wants to see a guy get his lights knocked out. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.